Okay, this is a review of your midterm. I tried to make problems that were very similar to those on your midterm. So the first one asks you to order the numbers from least to greatest. You're going to need a calculator, and you're going to need to put all these into decimal form. We know pi is approximately 3.14. This is going to be 4, and negative 12 divided by 5 is negative 2.4. And then negative is going to turn to positive 2. Let's mean negative 2. So least to greatest, this is going to be the least because it's the biggest negative number. So it's going to be negative 12 over 5. Then negative absolute value of negative 2. Then pi, then 4. They want you to write it in its original form. All right, the second part says justify which property justifies a procedure. So we went from here to here. That is called the distributive property. Okay, number 3, they want you to simplify. So go ahead and pause the video and try it yourself. This is going to happen first. In the parentheses, it's going to be a 4, and then 4 cubed, or 4 to the third power, is 64. Then we're going to add what's in parentheses, and that's going to be 75. And 75 times 7 is 525. The bottom one, they're going to have you evaluate. Evaluate is to simplify by substituting first. So we're going to have 10 squared minus 3 times 3 squared all over 3 plus negative 5 minus 10. So 10 squared is 100 minus 3 squared, which is 9, over 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 10 is negative 12. Okay, and 3 times 9 is going to be 27 over negative 12, and 100 minus 27 is 73 over negative 12, which is going to be this number repeating. We like to just keep it a fraction. So it's just going to be 73 over 12. Okay, we don't want to do the repeating decimal. This next page, they want you to solve for x. Go ahead, pause the video, and try it yourself. I like bringing x to the left side, so it's 3x plus 5. Since I brought x's to the left, we're bringing numbers to the right. X is going to equal negative 5. Here, is this a function, yes or no? No. You're telling me 1 goes to negative 2, and then you're telling me 1 goes to 3. So you cannot have the same x value going to 2 different y values. Here it asks what's the domain. So what I would do is I would say, okay, this is negative 2, positive 2. This is positive 1, 1. This is 0, negative 1. So what's the domain? Negative 2, 0, and 1. What is the range? Negative 1, 1, and 2. Given this function, find f of negative 2. When it says f of, it means of the variable x. So you're replacing that variable with -2, and every time you see that variable, you replace it with -2. It says which steps have an error? 9 times x is 9x. 9 times 10 should be 90. So step 2 has an error. Number 10, they ask you to solve. Pause the video and try the next 3 on your own. Okay, it says so you spent 40 on groceries and 10 was spent on milk and 5 for a dozen cookies. What does X represent? Well, it's $5 per dozen. So X represents the amount of 1 dozen cookies. So if I subtract 10, I get 30, and then I divide by 5 equals 6. So 6 1 dozens, or 72 cookies. Write an equation from the statement below. 2 less than the product of 8 and a number is 92. We know is equals. Product is multiplication. 8 and a number. 8 and a number. The product of 8 and a number. So we'll say 8x. So 2 less than. Removing 2 from the product of 8x is 92. Don't think less than this sign. If I said you're 2 years less than someone, you'd remove the number 2. Okay. Absolute value. It means your distance on a number line. If your distance is 10, you could be the number 10. Or if you go 10 this way, you could be the number -10. So 3x minus 5 could have been the number 10, or 3x minus 5 could have been the number -10. And I add 5 to both sides, I get -5. X equals -5/3. Here it says solve for x. 4 times the quantity x minus 3. 2 times the quantity x minus 6. Make sure you put parentheses around both. So then you can distribute and say, okay, well, 4x minus 12 is equal to 2x minus 12. I subtract 2x on both sides. I'm going to get 2x minus 12 equals negative 12. I'm going to add 12 on both sides. 2x equals 0. X equals 0. Make sure you put it in the calculator. Don't just look at it and go, oh, no solution. Make sure you try it in the calculator. What is 0 divided by 2? Okay, 0. It says a coat sells for $55. Find the final price if there's a 20% discount and 6% sales tax. All right, so if there's a 20% discount, that's removing it. That means you're paying 80%. So 55 times 0.80 equals $44. So now the coat is $44. Tax is 6%. So times 0.06 equals $2.64. So 44 coat, 264 tax, total is $46.64. Or what you could have done was 44 times keeping your $44 and then adding the tax. $46.64. Either way. Here it says to solve for y. So we got to get y alone. Get rid of 3x. 4y equals negative 3x plus 14. We divide both sides by 4. Y equals negative 3/4 x plus 14 over 4. Okay, or y equals negative 3x plus 14 over 4. Either one. Find the x and y intercept. To find the x-intercept, you substitute 0 in for y. To find the y-intercept, you plug 0 in for x. Divide by negative 1. What is the slope of this given line? Well, slope is the same thing as the change in y over change in x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's going to be negative 3 minus 5 over 4 minus negative 2. Negative 8 over 6. So negative 4 over 3. 23, x1, y1, x2, y2. They want you to find y. Well, we know what slope is. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We know what m is. M is negative 7. y2 is 3. y1 is y all over x2, x1. It is going to be negative 7 over 1 equals 3 minus y over 8. We're going to cross multiply to get negative 56 equals 3 minus y. Up here, subtract 3 from both sides. Divide by negative 1 on both sides. 59 equals y. Flip to the next page. The directions are supposed to say what is the rate of change. or slope. So change in y is up 3, up 3, up 3 over 4. And it's the plant grows 3 inches every 4 weeks. Here is this arithmetic or no. So how do you get from here to here? You add 12. How do you get from here to here? You add 7. How do you get from here to here? You add 7. So no. A driver traveled 10 miles in 7 minutes. If the speed is constant, how far will he travel in 20 minutes? So time goes on the bottom. Distance, miles, goes up here. It's this, it doesn't end, so I'm just going to make it about 28.6 miles. And these are going to be multiple choice, so you'll be fine. So this equation, how do you get from 3536 to 3559? It's going to be 23. 3559. It's going to be 3, it's 23 every time. So the formula is your first term plus your common difference n minus 1 times. Your first term is 3536, your first term. Your common difference every time is 23 n minus 1. It says write the equation. So whatever term you're trying to find, it's going to be 3536 plus 23n minus 23. So a sub n equals 23n plus 3513. And that's it.